Alright guys, welcome back to our 15th tutorial on the CI series, and in this video I want to log out. Okay, I want to see how to implement the logout function so that in our main controller you can just do a function that logs us out. Let's do function logout. Okay, and this is going to be simple. What we're going to do is to just say this session, because we want to do away with our sessions. When you do away with your session, you can check if maybe your username is existing or not, empty or not, and then you can implement other actions. Okay, further actions. So we'll say this session and then says underscore destroy. This is the way of destroying your sessions, so that alone will just log you out. So simple. And then after destroying your session, I think the next thing to do here is just to redirect your users. Okay, so we'll implement that one right here, destroying the session and then redirecting. So we're going to do redirect. Okay, but where are we going to redirect to? Remember me introducing base URL in one of the earlier tutorials? Yeah, we're going to redirect to our base URL, because your base URL will call in the login page. Logical. Okay, that's really logical. So redirect to our base URL. Okay, so that's just done, implemented. So that's the way to log out. You log out and then you redirect your users. So we have this function logout. So we want to go into our dashboard in here, and then our login function, our login link. Let me just do the login link. Our login link, that is the link in here for logout, the one in here at the corner. We want to make it submit to that function that we just wrote in our main page. So what we're going to do in here is just to say our href in here. We can echo, let's do php echo site URL, and then we are going to provide in here our main slash, okay, logout. Good. Alright, so let's end our PHP right there. So when a user clicks on the log out button or image that I've provided in here, this is Font Awesome. Okay, you should learn Font Awesome as well. Far power off, and then I'm adding a zoom class here. This is just a style, CSS style that I'm using to make it zoom a little bit. Okay, but we have our Font Awesome in here, far power off. Okay, understandable? Okay, so that means that if you load this page in here and then log out, will be redirected to our login page. But the next thing that we want to implement here is suppose somebody accesses our application. Okay, suppose somebody accesses our application and then they forgot to log in, to log out for some reason. I think the next time that they access the system, if the session is not yet destroyed, they should be redirected to maybe home page. Okay, now you get the logics. You don't have to log in again because their login is still active. So I think the way to implement that is just to grab your session variables, and then let's say in your login file here, we can just go ahead and grab our session variables. Okay, so let's do that here, implement it here. So you can do PHP block in here, close the tags there, and then you can say oh, we haven't even set our last name. I gave you this as an assignment last time, and if you never did it, then I'll do it right here so that you know how to handle it. So let me start by lname is equal to this. Okay, session, and then we're going to grab our user data, and remember we set at a point, we did set our last name somewhere when we were setting our sessions. Okay, so last name, I don't know why I'm starting with the last name, but anyway it will still serve the purpose. So let me just do that one here and duplicate this. Okay, so and then you can do first name, you can do first name in here, and then grab it from our controller. Okay, so you can grab our first name in here as well, then place it just right here. So first name, the first name and the first name. What else? Username, we did set our username, and our username is here. So username, is equal to this session. Then we're going to grab our username again right from that place, from our sessions, and then the next thing, first name, last name. I think that's just enough. Maybe we can do location. We can do location in here, and then just grab our location from our session variables. Now the session variables are stored in your browser, not on the server. Okay, your browser. This is now interesting. So at this point you can just check if one of these variables exists. Okay, so if not empty, we want to check if our username is not empty. Let's use our username here to be standard. If not empty username, which means if somebody is still logged in, then we are not going to show our login page. Okay, we are not going to show our login page. So if not empty username, what we're going to do here is just to redirect. Okay, redirect to main /home. That's the function that loads our home page. Is it understandable? Yeah, it is. So this will just check if your username is set, or in other words, if somebody is still logged in, and then we won't show our login page because it won't be necessary. Logics. Yeah, logics implemented, a bit logical, in that way makes sense, right? Okay, so I think this is just done. So this there's a bit of an assignment I asked you to do in the previous. Oh, my voice is becoming coarse, so that means that I'll start twanging as well as those guys that you meet in the airport from the foreign countries, so don't have to mind. So here ask you to dynamically pull your first name, last name, and then you display them in your dashboard. Okay. Oh, I'm remembering something in here that you can grab the whole of this because we don't want to show our dashboard as well. Okay, you don't want to show our dashboard as well when somebody is not yet logged in. Okay, so redirect main / login. Understand that bit, that if the username is empty, you can't load your dashboard, and you notice that your home page for you to load the home page, you have to load two views in here. Okay, you have to load your dashboard and then you're going to load your home page, so which means that this is just enough for the two, because you're going to check the dashboard first if the session variable, if our user session is active, that's if somebody is logged in, and if somebody is not logged in, we're going to redirect them back to our login page, or we can just redirect to our base URL as well. Still applies, depends with what you want to do, what you want to achieve, same goals and everything. So look at it again and you'll know what everything is in here. So I'll scroll down and then I'll scroll down, and then here where I'm currently hard coding my username, my first name and last name. I want to start pulling them from our session. Okay, so that means that we're going to echo first name and last name. I already set them up here, right? Already set them up here. So I'll just echo. Where the heck did they go again? So here I'm going to just echo. So let me do PHP echo, and then let me do first name. So it's a variable f name space, and then l name, last name. Okay, so that serves as my first name and last name. And remember, you can't register a user without the first name and last name. We specified that in our database. We created a nice table, okay, not just an animal farm where everything goes. Good. So you can do the same for location here, and just echo our, you wanna echo the location right here. You just wanna echo the location here. Yeah, so remove that. Sorry, you can see me up and messed up right now. What else? You already implemented this, so everything is just set to go. So that's the way to first pull your session variables back into your application one. How to destroy your, that's the name of this topic, how to destroy your sessions. That's how to log out. So that's session destroy. Okay, this session says destroy, that destroys your sessions, so that technically logs you out. from the system, and then we redirect you back to the base URL, and then the base URL in our routing. I think he's now so sweet. You guys are now understanding this language. That is, if you have watched all our videos from the first to now the 15th tutorial, we have our routing in here and our routes, the routes file and our configuration. We our first route here is main/login, and if you remember well under our config.php file in here, we specified our base URL to we already specified our base URL. So which means if you destroy your session and then you redirect back to our base URL, the base URL will call in the main/login, which is in your route, because it's the default controller. Okay, default controller base URL calls in your default controller. Your default controller routes you back to your login page. So understand the logics. You understand the logics. Okay, so this is nice. Let's just call it a session, then plan on what to do. Now that we have a valid working a validated login page, we should now set in our next goal. Okay, now we want to start building an application. Just start recording. Now we want to start building an application, at least something to show. Okay, so why don't you meet me in our next lesson? That's our next tutorial. But what you're going to do here is that I'm going to take a break, that is tonight, and set whatever we're going to work on. Okay, I'll push it into the repository. That is for those people who will catch our next video and have not yet downloaded this. Otherwise, I'll provide you with the, I think the best thing is just to push it into my Git repository, and then you guys can download it and have the same problem that you want to solve. Okay, so let me think. I'm going to do the thinking of the application that we're going to build. Okay, our friends model. Let's implement a friends model. I think I'm going to creatively think of the friends application. Okay, so that all our tutorials will be based on our friends application, but here we're kinda building a serious application that's going to run in some company. So I think we'll integrate our friends, just a creative way. We find a creative way of integrating our friends application into our company. Okay, so meet you into the next lesson. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, or a thumbs down if you hate it. I won't mind so much, but at least do something after watching. Come back and watch more. See you soon.